So I was always having this thought of becoming a doctor at some point, and I used to always tell my mother, when I become a doctor, I'll buy you a washing machine.
Top of the morning to you, 7 more in the morning. Time is exactly 18 minutes to 8 o'clock. Yes, time now for a Royal Hustler. This is a Royal Hustler we've been waiting for a minute, and he has finally graced us with his presence. I'm speaking about Sebastian Gowaseb.
Okay,
who is the current new TV channel manager for OATV or One Africa Television and serves on the executive committee of the Tripfire Studios Group. He holds a bachelor's degree in journalism and media technology and has an honors degree in communication from the Namdeb University of Science and Technology. Now, his humble beginnings at 13 years, his humble beginnings and 13-year work career at One Africa started off as a production assistant whereby he eventually worked his way up the ranks through various positions such as graphic designer, production officer, creative production supervisor, and of course head of production. Mr. Sebastian, top of the morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us, man.
Morning, Maurice. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's absolutely fantastic having you in studio. We see you barking orders at people and just running up and down here, just trying to get the One Africa ship steered in the right direction. And then we see you. We're here to give you your flowers this morning.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah. Sebastian, tell us a bit about your childhood, man. What kind of childhood did you have? Were you a problem child? Were your parents like, Sebastian? Tell us a bit about that.
Well, I'm a Windhoek boy, born and bred here in Windhoek, Kadutura. I spent most of my childhood in Vanayda. I was raised by a single mom, so I'm the eldest in all my siblings. So I had to always play the big brother role, being the guy who always gets beaten up because of my brothers and sisters. So my childhood was quite exactly as I've said. I had to be quite out there on the streets, already going out there and hustling for myself, hustling for the family, and the way that I've been shaped, that I'm shaped, and the person that I'm today it's quite based on just being a child there out on the streets, whether I go out there and sell something or...
Right.
Yeah.
If I was to call your mother today at this very moment and ask her if you were a problem, what would she say?
Yeah, she would say that one. He was very deep screen. Secretive.
Right.
Yeah.
As a child running the streets of Vanayda, what were your biggest dreams, growing up? What did you want to change? What did you want to be?
The thing with me, this is something that my mother always tells me. She always... I was fascinated with becoming a doctor at some point in life. Yeah. And helping people is my thing. So I was always having this thought of becoming a doctor at some point, and I used to always tell my mother, when I become a doctor, I'll buy you a washing machine. So my mother would always she would always ask me, where's my washing machine?
Where's my washing machine?
Yeah.
Well, Sebastian, I think you need to get a washing machine. I mean, talking about helping people, is that the end of any Monday? We do have a Sebastian Gowaseb, who is our Royal Hustler this morning. We're going to quickly listen to Chloe saying treat me, and we're going to be continuing this conversation with Sebastian on the other side of this washing machine. Here, 99 FM, your inspiration station. Chloe saying treat me. Top of the morning to you, 7 more in the morning. We are joined by our Royal Hustler, Sebastian Gowaseb, who is the TV channel manager here at One Africa Television. And Chloe came through, he did speak about that he owes his mother a washing machine, and he grew up in Vanayda. And what I'll be doing thing for his mother is I will be making sure that he delivers on his promise on getting her a washing machine. Sebastian, when your feet hit the ground in the morning, what sets your heart on fire?
I'm, being somebody who's in the media industry, it's a field where you, on a daily basis, there are so many challenges at the same time, and there are also so many opportunities, so many things that you learn on a daily basis. So those are the things that drives me, looking up to the challenges and seeing the opportunities within those challenges. That's what drives me on a daily basis, going out there, learning something new every day. Yeah.
I get a very strong sense, and please, you can correct me if I'm wrong, that your mother was a very big influence on you growing up. In addition to that, what are some of your other earlier influences, both professionally and personally?
Personally, I actually had a second mother, somebody who took me. It's actually a lady she's not even related to me. So I used to go, and she asked me for a favor to always go and help her take her child from school. And eventually, just out of me being a good person and having good manners, she took me in a house, and I eventually ended up staying with her for over 15 years. And I've learned so many things just from her, how she's also a nurse. She's a nurse, but then as well as an entrepreneur and a business person at the same time. So just by staying with her for all these years, I've seen how she was going about her business. And she was quite a huge influence in my life. And professionally, how I ended up being in the media industry was through one of my close friends who, he was somebody who was living the wrong life. But when he eventually turned his life around, he is the person who took me along and introduced me to TV production and media itself.
So you do owe a lot of people a lot of things, clearly.
Of course.
We are running out of time, Sebastian, but if there are any young people, well, we do not, and there are young people listening to us right now, do you have any life or career advice that you'd like to share with our listeners before we let you go?
I would probably refer this to the younger generation out there, because these are also the very same people that I'm working with at the same time professionally. It's a very great time that we're living in right now, because the resources, the tools, it's just there, out there in our faces. But the other challenge that we are faced with is a lot of our young people are I think for me, the opportunities are there for them. It's just for them to grab it. Use the 24 hours that you have. These are the very same 24 hours that Elon Musk has, that Bill Gates has. Make use of your 24 hours. The peer pressure will be always there, but focus and consistency. That's the key. Not just having the talent, but you need to be focused. You need to be consistent throughout whatever career it is that you want to follow, or whatever it is that you want to do in your life. You need to be consistent throughout with that.
A focus, consistency. We all have the same 24 hours, is what Sebastian Gowaseb is saying, who has been our Royal Hustler this morning. He is the current TV channel manager at One Africa TV and serves on the executive committee here at Tribe Fire Studios. Sebastian, thank you so much for your story. Thank you so much for your time. It has been quite an inspiration. And ekhan vanayera tu. So that I can make sure that washing machine arrives as much as